No. Coming from the kitchen.
Hey, Google, stop music. What the hell is that all about?
Is this thing on? Bueno. Ya. Si eres un osado, está bien porque yo no sé. Mi español está mucho, yo diría que 2, 3. A toda la plebada que si quieren aprender. Ahorita está cabrón, ahí va la clase de inglés. Si quieres una morra, dile she's a bad bitch. Cómprale un tequila, dile do you want drinks. Si tienes carisma, eso se llama mad rich. Y si no, ghosted. Yo ando por las calles de mi pueblo bien chingona. Dicen que yo tengo flow como el río de Amazonas. Traigo swag en los zapatos, a la hoodie hasta la gorra. Si no quieren que les tumbe yo a la vieja, entonces corra. Si eres un osado, está bien porque yo no sé. Mi español está mucho, yo diría que 2, 3. A toda la plebada que si quieren aprender. Ahorita está cabrona y va a la clase de inglés. Si eres un osado, está bien porque yo no sé. Mi español está mucho, yo diría que 2, 3. A toda la plebada que si quieren aprender. Ahorita está cabrona y va a la clase de inglés. Hey, si se me van a ofender, baby, I'm sorry. Muchos de esos chavos que yo veo son corny. Si tú quieres girlfriend, spend it on your shorty. Si no la llevas shopping, no se va a poner horny. Si se va es leaving, fumando es chiefin'. Si tenemos pleito, bitch, that we beefin'. Está fácil, easy, no sé por qué reason. A mí me dicen pocha si yo tengo mi INE. No sé, bitch, dime, porque me hacen cara. Tu rapero favorito se inspiró por Soul the Product. Soy la fucking mexicana, soy de rancho muy honrada. Pinches viejas bien odiosas, solo hablan puras mamadas. Que si soy americana, pocha, tienes tú las nalgas, pinche pocha, panocha, ponchada, lombriz atorada, pinche.
De eso no se trata, no que era clase de inglés.
Pues es que estas pinches viejas. Está bien, pues. Si eres un osado, está bien porque yo no sé. Mi español está mucho, yo diría que 2, 3. A toda la plebada que si quieren aprender. Ahorita está cabrona y va a la clase de inglés. Si eres un osado, está bien porque yo no sé. Mi español está mucho, yo diría que 2, 3. A toda la plebada que si quieren aprender. Ahorita está cabrona y va a la clase de inglés.
Claudia, get the hell out of my chair! We talked about that shit! Come on, you too! Out! Out! Okay, everybody, this is English class, or as you like to call it, clase de inglés.
Si eres un osado, está bien porque yo no sé. Mi español está mucho, yo diría que 2, 3. A toda la plebada que si quieren aprender. Ahorita está cabrona y va a la clase de inglés. Si eres un osado, está bien porque yo no sé. Mi español está mucho, yo diría que 2, 3. A toda la plebada que si quieren aprender. Ahorita está cabrona y va a la clase de inglés. Ahorita está cabrona y va a la clase de inglés. Ahorita está cabrona y va a la clase de inglés. Ponte las pilas, me dijo mi mamá que pa' acá no te traje pa' andar de pendeja. No ande pidiendo que hay que trabajar pa' dura situación, mija, póngase perra. Me puse a lo mío, me puse a chambear con acento, sin acento, sente cabeza. Soy bien cabrona igual que mi papá, yo empecé desde el piso y ahora soy la jefa. Y ahora tengo el juego jugado, traigo mi bliquillo al lado, yo bailando zapateado, al estilo mexicano. Where the real bitches at? I need a hero. Where are the women that know how to turn up and drink some tequila? Montan las vivillas, montan de las mías. Solo cabronas entronas al lado, ponte las pilas. Ponte, 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 ponte.
Yo, 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 yo. This is BlackMarket.tv, the Weekly Interrtupt. Share, like, subscribe, all that jazz. That's for all the people that wanted that Super Bowl in English. That's how we do it. What's up, Solo? What's up, Los?
That shit fire.
What up, Solo?
Man, Solo, if you don't hit him with a pam, bye, let's go.
Oh, you alive now? Shout out to everybody today. I am blessed to have such an amazing group of individuals out here with me today. I'm glad you home. If you're not home, you better be in the car. We see the numbers. If the numbers are not up, we knocking out your door and make you connect. Share, like, subscribe. You know who it is. The followers, not the imitators, the innovators of this live broadcasting-ish. You feel me? But you guys have been a little disrespectful lately. I feel like that. I smell racism all on me, son. It's like como que me apesta,
Wow.
bro. Like yo me di un baño. I've been showering like, yo, why? Every time I go out, bro, it's like every time somebody breathes, it's like, asita.
All right.
Asita. I'm like, yo, bro, ¿qué le pasa a ustedes? You know what I'm saying? So y'all a little ugly this week. We have to talk about that for real. And well, I'm taken back, bro. I'm taken back.
You took it back, huh?
I'm taken back, bro. I'm taken back by the
Well, we'll talk a little bit more about that. What's up, Los?
Man, you already know. Chilling, bro. I feel the same way he's feeling. I feel a lot of racism in there. There's a lot of it.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, definitely, man. Hey, that
haters.
song was super fire. That was a great intro.
It was, bro. That was just my. By the way, we got a guest in the building. By the way, DJ Fader.
What up? What up? What up?
I gotta give him air horns, because he's a DJ and all. He's heard enough of those in his lifetime.
For sure.
We got a good show today. We started late. It's all Diggity's fault.
My apologies.
Yeah, it's all Diggity's fault, but it's okay. We're here.
By mistake, son.
I
hit the red button by mistake.
You fucked up his whole shit, right? He couldn't log into nothing.
No, I don't know.
That's what it was. That was all him, bro. He's a hater.
Espíritu de los.
He calls me the Illuminati, but really Solo's the Illuminati. That's what it is.
I'm not the Illuminati, son. Every time I think I'm, you know what I'm saying? I don't crack the code. This ain't come out of left field with something else, B. I'm not the Illuminati. I'm trying to crack the code, and he just be. Yeah, it's like playing. What's that movie? With Denzel Washington and the Bones, B.
This guy.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what that was called. You lost me there. I forgot it, but I know what you're talking about.
Man, son.
Not that good.
Man. Hey, hit him with a, what the fuck he talking about?
That's what I'm gonna hit him.
Yeah. Hell you talking about?
Crickets.
Crickets. That's what you get, buddy. So we had a good weekend, bro. We had Valentine's weekend this past weekend, right? The girls were on Talking Tipsy doing Galentines. Apparently, that's the girls' version of Valentine's, where all the gals get together.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what that was. What is that?
It's where all the gals
For
get
the
together.
gals. For the gals.
So why does it say Galentine then? Why there's no L?
There is. Galentine, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, te pasaste,
Yeah,
papa.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
That right there. That was a good one. Well, they did their Talking Tipsy episode. Y'all can check that out on blackmarket.tv. We also had the Alien podcast where we talked about presidents and what they said about aliens. Apparently, everyone was a muck because Obama said aliens exist. Did you see that?
I believe him.
You believe
Those
him?
are his primos, bro. You know what he's talking about.
He said,
They're amongst us.
he said aliens exist, but he's never seen them, and that they're not in Area 51 unless there's a really big cover up, even from the president. Of the United
Nah,
States.
they over there in Vieques.
They don't
and all
cover
that,
nothing
son.
up. It's not.
They don't cover anything up, do they? It's all out there. So, but yeah, that's what he said. But then he went on Twitter later, and he said that he basically said he doesn't know of any aliens, but that the possibility of aliens.
Oh, we got another DJ Vlad on our hands.
That's what he did. He did a DJ Vlad. Did y'all see that this week with Vlad? Saying that Jay-Z was like,
Yeah, but he also said that he was just literally being sarcastic.
He did.
That it was
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was a Vlad moment.
that's what Obama did.
That's what Obama did, son.
Obama and
Anything
Vlad.
to get them views up, son.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, he said he had so many million within a real short time frame.
Bing bong.
It was insane.
Not to mention how many people already reposted and talked about and reacted to it.
Yeah. I think academics did he did a live cast on it, and I saw like a snippet of it, and he basically was showing how on Vlad's Twitter, most of his posts are only getting like a few thousand, maybe tens of thousands, but that one post was like in the millions. It like completely just flew everything out the water. So, yeah.
Smart guy.
Not really, because if you cry wolf enough times, then people stop listening to you, especially in the news field, unless you just want to be the title
Man.
Look at it.
He's Vlad, man. He knows what he's doing.
Maybe.
Man,
It's all scripted. They know.
they all know what they're doing, bro. It's the Illuminati.
Yeah, just not me, Solo. See, I'm not the Illuminati. But if you want to learn about the Illuminati and all the aliens that chill with them, the Alien podcast over on blackmarket.tv. Also, just check the on-demand section. We got them all the shows listed there. For the Record moves to last Mondays at 9 p.m. moving forward, starting this month. So just so y'all know, that's the one where me and my son basically break down a whole record from start to finish. He brings a record 1 month. I bring the other record. So
We spoke about that recently.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I gave you a few suggestions.
Yeah. So we're moving that to the last Mondays of the month.
Let me know when y'all get to the Sexy Red Michael Jackson remix. Let me know when y'all break that down.
I don't know that we'll ever get there because neither
when y'all
him
break
nor
that
I are on that.
I want to be here for that one, son.
Why don't you bring that one?
Oh,
Yo,
You could bring that.
did y'all,
That way we can
my
say
ear-
you
y'all
brought
hear,
my ear got infected, so I'm good.
yo, did y'all hear any of that record? The little
I only
snippet?
heard what was on TikTok, son.
The
I haven't
just
heard
eat
anything.
it or whatever. That's crazy.
Ever anything?
Nah, whoever cleared that sample needs to get smacked up, son. Whoever allowed that need to get smacked up.
Somebody needed
Fact.
money. Somebody needed some bread. That's what that was.
That's crazy.
But we got Frankie Cutlass on April 25th, pay-per-view.
Frankie,
So we'll be going live from the crates that day.
No te enfermes, brother.
And it is going to be Latin. It's going to be the Noche Latina over at the crates. So
No
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all all getting picked up.
Yeah, this guy, bro.
Y'all getting picked up, son.
No!
Yeah.
Faders, he's safe.
Y'all getting picked
100%.
up, son.
He's gonna be like, listen, they're right there.
Yeah, shout out to Frankie,
that
man.
is-
Glad his health allowed him to be able to make that trip this time. I know he was.
Yeah, he was sick last time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout
we're-
out to him, man. Glad he's feeling better and everything's good.
Yeah, he's back to trolling people on Facebook.
Being Frankie, for sure.
Yo, he be going in. People get mad too. I'm like, I don't even know why you engage. He's just gonna he's just gonna troll you back. He's almost as bad as 50 at this point. Other than that, bro, we just been up here doing this, getting these shows revamped, doing these things. Now we got Fader on. I know we got some shows, a show that he's got coming up that we're gonna talk about later today. Before that, Solo, tell us about this taste and tell.
He's eating right now.
He's tasting it.
I ain't gonna know. Yo, these deluxe joints are the fire. You already know what it is. I don't care if they Walmart or not. These deluxe. Nah, but yo, the deluxe. Don't get the 50% peanut, 50% deluxe. Don't be a cari fresco and be a cheapskate because they load them up with peanuts. Anyway, so I didn't go out this time. This time I did all locals. It was Valentine's Day. Wifey had to work because she's a baker, so she had to set up things for Valentine's Day, so she couldn't move. So I went out and I got some things I spent with the locals. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple locals that are hustling on the side. And I decided to show them some love. So yeah, that's what this one is.
Okay, let's check it out.
On this Valentine's Day special of Taste and Tell, wifey was working. I decided to bring home some food and treats from some of my favorite locals. My first stop was at Biggie Small's Munchies, where she prepared me heart-shaped containers with some southern food. And I'm talking mac and cheese, jerk chicken, rice, cornbread, cabbage, you know the works. My next stop was at Country Dough's. She got a little setup at her spot, and I pulled up for some good treats. I'm talking, we had some cookies. I took her some brownies. I even took her a strawberry scoffle. I don't even know what it is, but it was fire. Shout out to Country Dough. And my last stop was at my local Sherwood florist spot where they got all the decorations. I got me a dozen roses, a 12-piece for the missus. I don't care what no woman say, fellas. They always love them some flowers, you heard? And of course, can't forget the best desserts on the block, the Royal Diva Studio. But I come home and she had the same thing in mind. Even though she was working, she took her hands and dipped into them treats and made me some fire desserts. She made me a heart-shaped chocolate tres leche. Ooh, look how that look. And she made me a strawberry tres leche. And then she decided to make me some cheesecake flights. Well, I couldn't finish it all, but man, this is better than chocolate for real. I thank you. Don't forget, if you're in my city, if you're on my side of the hood, don't forget to visit Biggie Small's Munchies, Crunchy Dough, and of course the Royal Diva Studios for favorite foods, favorite desserts, and follow them on social media. Peace.
Okay.
Yo,
That's a whole day out.
My sweet tooth.
that shit look amazing.
Yeah, it was fire.
That look
So she-
amazing.
Yeah,
get
that was a
busy.
lot of sweets, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Sweets.
I bought a couple metformin on the side. You know what I'm saying? Couple shots of that real juice.
Yeah. This freaking guy. No, that was dope. So you went, basically it was like a whole day out, bro.
What I notice is lately is what these bakers are getting smart with it, right? So I don't know what the laws are, but I know what they're doing is they're baking, it's like sourdough bread, cookies, the goods, the sweets type thing, and they have a stand in front of their door, and they
Okay.
leave these sweets out, and you just pull up, find the sweets that you like, look at the menu, and just cash app them. You don't even talk to them or nothing. Pull up, grab your stuff, be out. And a lot of the bakers are doing that around here, so I decided to show some love. Then, of course, you got those that cook out their crib that, are reputable, like the Biggie Smalls Munchies. She does, like, tacos every Tuesday, but she flips it. Today, Monday was Rasta Pasta. You know what I mean? People, like, they good for it. You know that they doing it for their family. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame that I can't show them off like I want to, because you know how that runs. There's always a hater somewhere making that phone call. You know what I'm saying?
always
But I
somebody
like
trying
to
to get them locked up or get them fined or
right,
ticketed.
because there's food cottage laws,
Yeah.
and it's not the same. Like people arresting people from Coquito, that was unheard of. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they
It's
were.
just the
Did you
fact
see
that
that?
people
They were
people
arresting
started
people
making-
for coquito, bro, for selling coquito.
they were catching cases, bro, for selling Coquito, and then and it's the culture, bro. Like, you know what I mean? People out here trying to make a living, and if you know Yeah, they making an honest living. You know them. You know they clean. You know, kind of like BB. You know, she do her empanadas. She get busy in the kitchen and all that. Like, yo, you know, that's coming from clean. Number one, and number two is coming from the heart, because you know they get busy. They show love. You know what I'm saying? And some have a lot of kids. They gotta support them. They gotta, and I'd rather them do that than do anything else. So I'm always out here supporting the locals. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that, bro. That's fire.
Facts.
That was a fire one. All right. Those sweets at the end, them shits were fire.
Yeah,
them shits look amazing.
The chocolate.
Yo, that whole tray with the 4 different ones, bro, that's fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
Wifey get busy, son.
What you have on this? What you have on this parlay talk, Los?
Man, all right. You know sports. I'm not gonna talk parlay, but I am, because nobody in the world would have thought Michael Jordan's race car team would have won the Daytona 500. But what happened afterwards is where it got crazy. Like, I want y'all to be the judge, man. I don't know. I guess you said we heard a backstory on his explanation, but to me, I just get some weird vibes.
Oh, check it out.
Yo, what the fuck going on? Michael Jordan, why you grabbing his nalgas like that? Bro, what are you doing? Who does that? 1 grab, 2 grab, 3 grab. Bro, you gotta explain yourself. That's just on pedophile vibes. Look, 1, 2. Bro, that ain't even comfortable to watch no more, bro. They might have got the wrong MJ. Might have been your ass, bro. Jeez.
So, what do y'all think about that?
I believe the rebuttal. I believe that the kid had ice down his shirt. You can clearly see the shirt's wet.
He definitely wasn't.
Yeah, and I think they had a few other people showed some pictures or so that, you know, the kid had ice down his shirt and he's trying to help him get the ice out of it. The families come forward and said that, you know, him and Jordan have been close since he was a kid. He's got pictures of him since he was a kid.
Okay, hold up.
So I believe it, man. I mean, it's definitely a hard position to be in, you know, as someone, you know, the stature of Michael, but.
Especially these days with all Epstein lists going around, or everybody's hyper
well, that's it.
Hyper vigilant.
Yeah, everybody's out for the, you know, they're looking for that, you know, they're looking for that viral moment, and it happened to Michael, man. You can't do that to Michael, man. I ain't falling for it.
Well, I don't think
there'd be any more sneaker cons, son, if they really took this. Just imagine
sneaker con.
Just imagine you a Jordan collection on your life, son. They do something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they got Jordan like this through the air grabbing nalga.
Yeah, they showed the guy dumping his Jordans in the trash can the other day, and they said he probably went back in there like 2 minutes later and took it back out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he ain't throwing them Jordans away.
Yeah,
I watched the whole thing. I watched the little kid get into the celebration, water everywhere, ice everywhere. I could, you know what I mean? I could see the story going through.
Yeah, that's basically what it said. That he had
he's pinching. He's pinching. He's basically trying to release it, you know. And if he's got an elastic,
and he's a family friend. It's not like he didn't know the kid. You know what I'm saying? He's been part of the family.
Yeah, if he didn't know the kid, I would say that, you know, it's a little, you know.
I'm just trying to figure out why that nigga's eyes are always glossy, bro. This nigga got eyes like he's the corner man, like he's the dude in the corner drinking beer for 40 years, bro.
Well, they have had a Coca resurgence lately. I'm just saying.
All right, let's just hope. Let's just hope that from here on out, there's no more involvement with any incidents like that. You know what I mean? Because I would hate for like later on in the future, they're like, well, you know, another case came out, you know what I mean, that got brushed under the rug or something, and you know how the internet could get weird and shit.
100%. I agree.
Like, Jordan, let's leave it at it was some ice, you know what I mean? And you were doing that. And next time, let the little fucker freeze.
Next time, no party near the ice.
Yo, just let the little kid know, hey, little buddy, you got some ice in your shirt. You just walk off, yeah?
Hell no.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, but yeah, to answer your question, so I do think that he be doing yay. There's no way his eyes don't be.
I don't know, bro. Somebody
like
check his
that.
blood pressure or something, bro. Because that nigga's eyes are always red and glossy, son.
Yo,
That's true.
well, you already see they got his son, clear as day.
Yeah.
They caught his son already on the boogie sugar.
Oh, they caught him on the booger sugar?
Yeah, they got him at a resort, a clear picture of him like.
Well,
yeah, he's ready to go.
Well, apparently, since 2015, to now, they say because of some policy changes in Colombia and the FARC factions, that an unintended consequence of the government introducing a coca crop substitution program that promised stipends and development aid to farmers who eradicated their coca. It backfired because the farmers realized that they needed to have coca plants in the ground to qualify for compensation. So they started creating new fields of coca in order to cash in more or expanding the ones they had. So apparently, by 2002, they said that potential cocaine output was more than 3 times the 2015 levels. So it may have been coca.
Shout out to Kid Rock.
that was a crazy segue. Fader, did you watch Kid Rock?
No, sir.
Oh my God!
we gotta.
I was doing the dance Los was doing a little while ago.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He was doing the Bad Bunny dance.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, people were going crazy over the Super Bowl. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah, most definitely.
What team were you going for?
I was rooting for Sam Darnold. No team, just Sam Darnold.
Who's Sam Darnold? Y'all got to fill me in because I don't know none
So
about it.
Sam's the quarterback
okay.
of Seattle.
Okay.
He was an ex.
Sam
Jets
Darnold was
member,
the quarterback of the Jets.
Yes, sir.
He was the quarterback of the Carolina.
Yeah, he went Jets to the
All
Carolina.
right, so pretty much
I
he
think
started the
Vikings-
Jets. He was
no,
this promising quarterback. He's supposed to be a really good quarterback. The Jets got their quarterback. He ended up being trash. Then he gets moved to a couple teams.
Yo, he just won a Super Bowl. Put some respect on the
Shut up,
man's
nigga.
name.
Shut up. Then he ends up after all these trash teams. The Seahawks build this defensive team and say, "Hey, we're gonna run with this kid." You know, I guess they ran out of money or whatever, so they will run with this kid and see what he got, even though he's been trashed throughout his whole career. This bro takes everybody to the Super Bowl, son.
I mean, he came close to bringing the Vikings to the Super Bowl last year. So I mean, it's
right. So
you put a good offensive line in front of anybody, they're going to be a good quarterback at the end of the day.
So even I remember back in the day, the Bucks won the defensive Super Bowl. So did the Ravens.
Better watch. Hey, watch your
it
mouth.
happens. And it happens. You're not even from here, bro.
Watch what you say. Watch what you say about my Buccaneers.
So like I said, I'm Bucks till I die, son.
Watch.
So like I'm saying,
I watch you.
DK. So what Fader's trying to say, I was doing the same thing as Fader was doing. I was going for Sam Darnold. I wanted him to win it. I wanted him to shut his critics up. You know what I'm saying? Because they were good all year.
They were shutting people down all year. That defense was insane.
So were you going for him because that really wasn't your team, or is it like did your team make it there, or was it that's just
my
not your
team
team? So
made
now I'm
there
just going for
in
the
a
guy.
long time.
Who's your team?
We were there,
The Jets.
we were there for
Oh, yeah,
Sam
that.
Darnold and Benito. That's it.
I think Fader was there for Benito. Yeah,
Fader was there for
Hey, have
Benito,
you got-
son.
Well,
Hey, have you guys seen
Go ahead.
the memes on these Super Bowl performances, bro? Like,
Yo,
I think
I seen
the
Trump.
best
I seen
one
Trump
ever.
perform Benito's halftime show.
Yeah.
You
I
seen
don't
Trump
know.
perform?
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Pokemon
Yep.
at all, but you remember the video game? Like, I just sent a video to the thing, and I thought this was the funniest shit in the world, because if you know Pokemon and how you used to go through the bushes in the woods and like stuff to travel, bro, they put the Bad Bunny music behind like the whole Super Bowl. It was the funniest thing in the world to me. I don't know why I thought it was so fun. Yo,
Yeah, the
watch
music,
this.
yeah.
I thought this was the funniest thing.
Yo, that is stupid. Yo, that is wild, bro.
Yeah.
is stupid.
Yeah. Oh my God. That to me was the funniest shit I've seen.
Yeah, they've been going in, bro.
That was amazing, bro.
Between the memes and people angry, it's been a very entertaining few weeks. Oh
man.
Selective rage.
It is selective rage.
Very
That's what it is. They were just haters, bro. Really, at the end of the day,
Bunch of haters.
they didn't like Kendrick either, though. But they didn't create a whole halftime show for it. But they still didn't like him though. But that shit was crazy. Yeah, between the memes and that. Yeah, Los, by the way, speaking of random videos, we found you on an ad, right, for Domino's?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
Up.
Nah, I did.
That's messed up.
This is a skill-based real cash game. Here you can compete for real cash and prizes and unlock more bonuses with limited time discounts. Match with real-world players with similar skill levels around the world. Safe, reliable, and fair. That's why I chose it. Deposit now to unlock premium gameplay.
That's messed up.
That's crazy, bro.
Yo, y'all better send me that ASAP.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's money.
That app owes you something.
Yo.
Death.
They done took you. They stripped it straight off your social media and was like, "Yep, we're gonna use this."
Yep.
Yeah, where's my check?
Lawyer up.
They could at least.
Lawyer.
Hey, them motherfuckers could at least ask.
Yeah, it'd be like, yo,
that nigga Los's mind is going in circles right now. Bro.
His face when we played that shit, he was like, when he saw the freaking ad come up, he was like, whoa, hold up.
Somebody's watching me.
That's a real ad too, ain't it?
That's a real ad, bro.
That's a real ad.
That's a real ad, bro.
And I know it's a real ad because I've come across it about 6 times in the last 3 days. So your ad is spinning.
Yeah, you like how many times was my ad played?
Yo,
how
your
many
ad
times
is
was it?
spinning.
How many app installs have you had since the ad has been out? I need all that info right now.
I even brought
ASAP.
wifey and I'm like, yo, can you look at this to make sure this is who I know it is?
Yeah, that's exactly me, bro.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I know it's him. I know it's him. Yeah, bro.
Yo, they paid for an ad.
They did. They did. That's a
This
paid
ain't
ad.
something that. Let me get on the phone with my lawyers, guys. I'll be calling you guys shortly.
Who is this woman's husband got kidnapped by gang?
I don't know if he was playing dominoes. I'm about to kidnap the people right now.
What was this other clip you sent me?
All right. Supposedly in this story, you know what? I think it's just the definition. Valentine's over. Definition of a ride or die right here.
Yeah.
This is the definition of a ride or die.
Oh shit. See.
Play this.
Yo, check this out right here. Woman's husband got kidnapped by a gang. So she kidnapped the gang leader's mom and made a video demanding a swap. And the victims were returned safely. Bruh, if you don't love me like that, goddamn it, to where you gonna kidnap the mama of the people that kidnapped me, I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. Yo, shout out to her. That's a real fucking down ass booty. I'm telling you right now. She kidnapped that bitch.
Hey, come on,
He
man.
said,
Not the
give me my husband back, bro. That's crazy.
That's gangster.
Cari fresco, bro.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. You gonna take my husband, I'm gonna take your mama.
That's some wild shit.
That's some G shit. She got some balls.
I like her style.
Yeah, yeah.
I like her style.
Although if I was her husband, I'd be scared of her. Because what else is she capable of?
Right? Who is that bitch?
You better never do that lady wrong. She'll wipe out your whole family. That shit'll be crazy. So we got so I want to talk a little bit about this event coming up. So we got DJ Fader on, right?
What up?
So DJ Fader, I don't know, Los, I don't know if you remember Masquerades. This was like before your time. Not to age us or anything. Do you remember Masquerades anymore?
Was it a strip club?
No, see, you don't remember. Okay. So
Nah, I don't.
Okay, I got you. So
And I think we kind of aged him out before he came on. So.
I just wanted to double check and be sure. So, Masquerades at the time it was basically the Ritz, what the Ritz is now. And this guy here, some Tampa hip hop history for you, since you're super Tampa. Los is born and raised in Tampa, so this is a goodie right here. This was when we said hip hop in Tampa. You know, you got a lot of people talk about Juke and they talk about all the different genres that come out of Tampa. Fader was, I want to say, if not the first, one of the first, right?
I was definitely spearheading it. I'd like to say that word.
That brought actual like hip hop events and nights to the Tampa area. And the Masquerade was bumping. And Solo remembers this because we went to a few shows over there, a few concerts.
Y'all are old
AKA he was tired of that South nonsense y'all were listening to.
I wouldn't say it that way, but that's
I got you, bro. Say
pretty
less.
similar, yeah.
So we got so let me show. We got
bro, I wasn't even around back then, bro. I wasn't even born.
It was from 96 to 03.
He said not even born. Stop it.
96 to 03. Bro, I was in middle school. I was like coming into middle school.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Ya jodiendo ya.
Yeah.
Pues.
Yeah, because, I was born in 87. So you're talking 93, bro. 93, bro. I was already 6 years old. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I started DJing in 86, 87.
Look at that, bro.
Well, they have a reunion. Amazing. They have a reunion for this event that's coming up over here on February 27th over at Velvet Gypsy. We were just there for Empanadas and Chill.
Love the venue.
Different buildings, same energy. I love the graphic, by the way, bro.
Shout out to Bobby Wolf. He created that.
Shout out Bobby Wolf on that. And it's a hip hop party reunion, bro. So tell me about Masquerades. Well, first off, tell me how this came up.
So I mean, people have been I've been bouncing the idea of, with people for quite some time now, just kind of a lot of heads that don't really go out these days. They not really, they're older. So most of them have families and really don't go out and party anymore. They really don't care to hear the music that's out these days. So they've been kind of like, why don't you do something for us, and it's not really easy, getting a gig out here these days where you can kind of play, kind of what you want. So I thought to myself, maybe I could do a Masquerade reunion party, bring all those people together. And like I said, I bounced the idea a few times and I wasn't really getting too much feedback. I mean, I was getting feedback, but not the feedback I expected. I was kind of like, they really don't want it, And I was speaking with Bobby a couple of weeks back and maybe a couple months ago, and he was like, man, you got to remember a lot of those people ain't online. They're not on the internet. So when you post about it, you're not getting the feedback because they don't see it. They're not there. But people are calling me and saying, hey, I heard this, or I heard something, about Fader putting that together. He's like, I think you need to do it, man. You need to just like I said, spearhead it. And people ain't going to come to you and say, hey, we want to do a Masquerade reunion party. You down? So he said, go get the venue, man. I got an image for you. He's like, I already, talked to a bunch of people. It'll work. Excuse me. Sorry. So yeah, I just went over and spoke with the people over at Velvet Gypsy. Shout out to Mo and Christina. And we just kind of put it together,
Okay. So Masquerades, now a lot of the people that were there, I seen the buzz. A lot of people are excited about it. It feels like a big reunion of people.
Yep.
Tell me about the Masquerade days. Why is this such a big deal, bro?
So what people in the Tampa Bay area need to understand is prior to Masquerade, we had, there was me, there was DJ Terra, Sandman, Lynx were around, Izzy was around back then. But we were really the only ones ushering that hip hop format. When I say hip hop format, I'm talking about kind of like what Solo said. It wasn't geographically centered. So we were playing hip hop from the East, Northeast. We would play some West Coast stuff. We play some down South stuff, but we catered more to like that Northeast, style. That was really what we were doing. And and they were,
New York.
We had some clubs that, prior to Masquerade, like I said, I started in 86, 87. So when I came up, I was going to like the skating rink, going to some of the teen clubs like Off Limits back in the day. I ended up DJing at Off Limits. And just to take y'all back a little bit, most of those clubs back then were playing bass music, top 40 dance. And if you heard a hip hop song, it was like Young MC, Tone Loc, MC Hammer, those type of records. So when I got the job at Off Limits, for example, I remember playing what they wanted me to play, but I vividly remember playing Sally by Stetsasonic, for example, or like a Public Enemy record, like forcing these records into the people's ears that they weren't hearing from no one else. After Kenny K passed, even when Kenny K was around, he was on the radio, but you didn't hear of Kenny K or many people playing that kind of format in clubs. So I kind of took it upon myself to kind of squeeze it in where I could, And so getting back to Masquerade, we had a whole bunch of smaller clubs leading up to that. Masquerade, the reason I think a lot of people gravitated to it was the very first hip hop night on 7th Avenue on a weekend night. So Friday and Saturday night, if you went to Ybor City, you did not hear any hip hop music at all up until 96. It was all techno, new wave, alternative music, or you'd have some bass music, some parties at top 40 stuff. So it was the very first hip hop night in Tampa Bay on a Saturday night in Ybor City. We did have Sifa's, which was a couple blocks off of 7th Avenue that I was at for a little while. But when I tell you back then, the average person going out to parties now wasn't walking those 2 blocks off of 7th Avenue. It was a completely different vibe. I mean, the people out there now, if they were to see how Ybor was back then, they say, oh, Ybor's violent, Ybor's this, Ybor's... It's completely different, man. I mean, back then you didn't walk 2 blocks off of 7th Avenue without at least a crew of people. So yeah, but Masquerade was, it was really just a movement, man. It was like they say, it was a movie, and we started off in a small room. I don't know what the capacity was in that small room, but we started off in that room. We moved over to what they call the solarium, which is the room. You're looking at the venue, it's over to the right. Moved into that room, got the capacity there. We couldn't fit no more people in there. Lines all the way around the back of the building. Excuse me. Super Bowl happened. It was the Giants in Buffalo, I believe, that played in like 2000 at Tampa Bay at the Buck Stadium. And they were like, "Hey, man, we're gonna move your night into the main theater that night." And I was like, "Nah, man, I don't want to do that because we're filling up the room with like 350, maybe 400 people squeezed into that small room. You take all those people, you put them into the theater, it looks empty. That theater holds the venue itself. So just for record, a lot of people throw parties in the Ritz and they say, oh, we had 2,000, 3,000 people in there. Lies. That venue holds 1,200 people cap. If they squeeze more than that in there, it's very tight. So just for the record, we used to fill that place to capacity every Saturday night from the Super Bowl on. It was nuts, man. I can't really explain it. It was, I'm on this stage by myself, just little old me, some turntables, and a venue that's packed like a concert. You know what I mean? And our slow nights were maybe in the 9s, 1,000 people. Those were our slow nights.
It's crazy, right, Slows? Think about
That's nuts.
900 to 1,000 people weekly.
Every Saturday night, it was sink or swim. So you paid $10 to get in. Of course, people weren't drinking those well drinks. They were buying other drinks. So, I've done the math quite a few times, kind of, thinking to myself, damn, what was that venue making?
It was making a lot of money at that time. And you said earlier when we were talking before we got online, how a lot of people told you it wasn't going to work.
Yeah, well, the music. I mean, a lot of people remember the music at that time in Tampa Bay. There wasn't, like I said, there was only a handful of us DJs that were playing that music. And when we were throwing those parties, it was just kind of like a lot of your parties where you just had your friends. It was like me and a couple of my friends, and then Sandman and a couple of his friends. And, it was just, a handful of people coming out to those parties that we were doing prior to that. Masquerade just turned into this thing where, there were just flocks of people that I'd never seen before, but they all wanted to hear that music. Everyone was telling me prior to Masquerade, oh, man, that up north hip hop ain't gonna work. You can't play that down here. You gotta stay regional. You gotta stay into this geographical format. And I said, no, there's no way. I mean, I saw that back when Kenny was on the air, that it would eventually, migrate. We'd have more of that music, played in the area, but people just never believed it,
See that, Los? People didn't believe it. Yeah.
They didn't believe, cuz.
Yeah. but it created a whole lane out here in Solo. You remember that time frame?
Everybody needs a savior.
What the hell is that? What a weirdo.
Every city needs a savior.
Well, it definitely saved a few people that night because it kept people busy and out of trouble.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely, when I say it spearheaded a lot of things, I mean, I tell people this all the time. Prior to Masquerade, again, no other venues were playing hip-hop in their clubs. Take example, Platforms. They were there on a Thursday night. And the reason I bring them up is because somebody recently kind of said, no, we were the first to play hip-hop in Ybor City. Platforms was on a Thursday night. When you walked into Platforms, you would hear maybe 2 or 3 rap records a night. You might hear a Tupac record, a Biggie record, and something else that was maybe popular at the time that was bass music, disco. As a matter of fact, the person had the nerve to share on the Facebook after saying that they were the first place to play hip-hop in Tampa on a Saturday night, shared a video of Inside of Platforms, and the music that was playing in the background was YMCA by the Village People. Okay? Now, if I played
the fuck out of here.
If I was playing the Village People at the Masquerade on a hip hop night, I wouldn't be here today. So, and just to put things in perspective, people, I've never said this, but people who have come down from New York and have been to the tunnel have told me verbatim what Masquerade was what the tunnel was to New York City. So if anyone does the history, knows about the tunnel in New York City, the only difference from Masquerade and the tunnel, because we ran about the same time, music was exactly the same. The only vibe that was different was we didn't have the artists. So at the tunnel, you had DMX, Mobb Deep, Capone, and Noriega, all these people coming through the locks, coming through the venue, performing and doing shows. Masquerade was playing the exact same music, the same wild energy. You might get your chain took, you might get stabbed, you might get cut. There was definitely going to be some fights on the block afterwards. It was not a place that too many people these days calling themselves hip hop they may not have survived unscathed, that's for sure. So I'm not bigging that up. That by no means am I bigging that up. I mean, but that's kind of what the Masquerade was. And I mean, you figure, 1,000+ people on that corner that were listening to the locks, Capone and Noriega, Mobb Deep, Busta Rhymes, and I mean everything. MOP. I mean
OGC.
Yeah.
Y'all threw a few concerts in there.
We didn't throw them on Saturday night. That was the thing. On Saturday night they didn't throw any shows like that. They did shows on off nights.
Yeah.
Super Friends did a few shows there. Shout out to Super Friends, Big Lou, and all them. They were like our hidden security. We had security, and then we had the Super Friends, and those who know. But yeah, they threw a few shows in there. We had the Beat Nuts, Mad Lion, a couple shows like that. Sandman did bring OGC in there one time for a show. KRS-One performed at Masquerade. These were all around the time that I was there, but not on that Saturday night.
Yeah, and then I remember Russell also did Hive Stock over there at Masquerades too.
We did a Hive Stock there. A lot of memories with that too.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I think there was a DJ competition there as well, wasn't there?
Right.
At one point?
Yeah, 2000 was the first time I threw the DMC. So like a lot of people know that I promoted and hosted DMC battles here in Tampa. The very first one I did was in 2000. Another sold out stellar. I mean that was insane, man. I mean even Christy from the DMC and a few people that came to that said they haven't seen that many people come to a regional.
Yeah.
It was pretty intense.
Yeah, I was there for that one. But yeah, bro, there's a whole history of hip hop.
Man, I love hearing it.
In Tampa.
A whole history on how Fada saved Tampa. A whole history.
said Fader save Tampa.
Nope.
I mean, you know,
sometimes you don't get no credit.
I don't. You know, I'm. Someone told. I ain't gonna call them out, but someone said recently they were like, "You had an ego, and you know, you think that the world owes you something." And I'm like, I don't. I mean, I really don't. I'm down to earth. I mean, anyone who knows me knows I'm pretty down to earth. I'm pretty humble, but at the same time, I have to look at those times. For the first time in my life, I was in the right place at the right time. I haven't been in the right place at the right time, have I? Very often. Those who know. So it was the first time I was in the right place at the right time. And, you know, I would say that, yeah, I spearheaded and I ushered in hip hop being like played in the nightclubs. Nightclubs started taking notice after Masquerade. Radio stations came into the area. They weren't really playing hip hop too much when they first started. When you got 1,000 people going to a venue to hear this kind of music, you're going to start, you know, adding it into your format. You're going to take notice. So Bobby said, and I'll quote him specifically, he said, you know, people around here, you know, if you build a house, I have more respect for the person who built the house than the one who renovated it or who's trying to renovate it. And it kind of, you know, it kind of sat back with me and I said, you know what? I appreciate that because I know what he's saying. But I'm also humble. Like I said, there were other people here, but they weren't able to really gravitate like that. One of the benefits I had, I was outside. I hate that term, but I was outside. I was on that strip Friday, Saturday, Wednesday nights. I roll with a lot of people, and you know, it is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
You know, you know, so you know when you're involved and you're out there in the streets and people know you and you got people who really, you know, back you and support you. It was, you know, it was a collaboration, man. I don't take all the credit for it, but I know that for a fact prior to Masquerade, it wasn't like that in Tampa.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're I don't know if you're cool talking. This freaking guy. You done?
My bad.
You done?
Yeah. I got hype. I'm looking for a specific one. I can't find this. Son.
He gonna run through them all.
Let me ask y'all something though. E, I'll start with you first. When you said you came to Masquerade, so in your opinion, what was your experience like? What was your what about Masquerade stood out to you at that time?
Well, you got to understand, this is crazy because we've actually never talked about this, right? When I came to Tampa in 99.
Okay.
And I had come to Tampa from staying out in Orlando at the time. And when I was staying out in Orlando, I was chilling with Paris from Pomelands and Jamie.
Okay.
So I was around all the Pomelands, the break dancers, the rocksteady people out there in Orlando. And when I had made the switch up and came to Tampa, I was coming from that. So, you know, all the Firestone Club and all that. So I was used to that hip hop, with the dance hall, with the break dancers, and Masquerades was the only spot that I can go to that gave me that vibe in all of Tampa. So it was like, so I had to follow you guys around, like you, Tara, and everybody, like see what you guys were doing because that's where all the shows that spoke to me was.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was for me. It was basically home, you know?
Yeah. And I know Solo Spring Hill used to be up in there deep. So let me know what your experience was when you first came to Masquerade. What was your first impression?
Bro, I used to fight for hip hop, so I ain't even gonna lie. I moved here in 95. I went to school and the music was horrible, son. I was like, yo, what is going on here? Like this ain't that.
Yeah, Spring
Then
Hill.
I started listening. It was horrible, bro. Like people pulling up in gas stations on camels, so I knew it was real out here, son. So it was hard. My mom took me away from my hip hop life, moved here, and it was horrible. So once things started rolling, things started happening, and you guys started doing, like, you know what I mean? We started to sneak out the E-ball and then actually go to E-ball. It was like a place where you can go and get that home feel. Because to me, it's not just the music, right? To me, it's the blending, the mixing. You know what I'm saying? When you bringing back that old school reggae and You blended with the old school hip hop, and it was a vibe, son. It was almost like hoping the night will never end. And for me, growing up, it was all about those type of DJs who put their heart and soul into those records to create something phenomenal for the listener that runs hour, 2 hours straight, that you don't even gotta pause, fast forward, or nothing. And that's what that environment brought to me.
Right. It was what I like to say is it was very it was the culture. You know, I mean, you go to a lot of stuff now, and you know, it's not a shot at anybody that's trying to do like hip hop stuff, but it's like it just seems very forced.
Right.
You know, it just seems forced. Like, okay, we're gonna go and download the top 100 hip hop songs of the '90s, and we're just gonna play those, and everyone knows every single song you're playing. So
you throw a transition in there, and they say, "Nah, bro, I'm talking like." That's not for me, the DJ.
Yeah, and for me, like, you know, like I tell people all the time, I mean, you know, we shout out Spring Hill because, you know, that's kind of where I moved. When I came down there from Connecticut, long story short, my family came down from Connecticut. We lived in Mount Dora for a short time, then I moved over to Spring Hill. At 16 years old in Spring Hill, I met a group called the Dedicated Brothers, which was Nick, Major Motion. Shout out to Nick, Ike, the African Prince, Cool Breeze, and Jay Slice. And Jay Slice kind of, you know, took me under his wing at 16, 17. He wasn't showing me how to DJ, but he allowed me to hang out with him and watch him, you know, in his garage and stuff, doing the things. Funny enough, I got into DJing actually because I danced. I used to dance.
Oh snap! So let me find out.
There's one thing I'm glad that there's not video or pictures of, and that was me dancing. I wish I documented. You know, I wish things were documented more because it would give more valid. I don't know how to say the right word. Validation to what I'm speaking about.
Listen. If anybody got pictures or videos of Fader dancing, please send them to us.
Please.
You know what? Crazy enough, they may have those and not the right ones. You know,
and make sure he got dreads too.
Oh, I got the curl. I got a picture of me with the curl and all, and from my high school year graduation picture, I got the perm and all. I thought I was TKA all day. I got the curl and all in my hair. But you know, when I was living in Spring Hill, it's funny you said that, Solo, because you know Spring Hill played such a pivotal, you know, place for hip hop in Tampa. And I mean, not only did I come from there, and I think maybe, you know, some may say I was the best hip hop DJ in Tampa Bay, but I came from Spring Hill. So, you know, just kind of let that sink in. You know what I mean?
Spring Hill was an epicenter, like before Atlanta was living in Spring Hill, right? So Spring Hill had that. It had that hip hop, but everybody in Spring Hill was from those areas.
Right. You look at the license plates on all the mailboxes, everybody's from the Northeast.
Yeah. So we all shared that. We were sitting there listening to 88.5. On those nights,
2:00 in the morning,
with the tape,
and you took your mother's church tape and put the little paper ball in it, and record the joint, son.
Yeah, so it's, you know, it's just kind of funny how, you know, it being in Spring Hill at 16 or 86, a year before Los was born. And you know, and we're building off of the tapes from BLS and Kiss and things like that people are, you know, sharing. And I'm just kind of like, you know, UTFO and Word of Mouth and all these, you know, 80s, mid 80s groups that came out before your like 88 and 89, the MTV era time. You know, those are all music that I was playing at that time in Spring Hill. And we didn't have YouTube. We didn't have tutorials. So when people were hearing me at Masquerade playing these records and breaking these records, the record stores didn't have many of them. Like there's a lot of stuff when I was organizing some music for this, you know, for this party, and I'm going through all my 90s hip hop, and I'm realizing, you know, I'm pulling out my records first and saying, okay, these are the records I used to bring, but there was so much other music that we weren't getting down here. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like just an eye opener. We didn't have much to go by at that time. I went to the record store. I picked out these records. I didn't know that J. Rue record was going to set off the club the way it did. I just knew by the way I heard it. So it's just that, you know, the culture, again, it's that culture. We heard those records. We knew it would work. We weren't forced. We weren't told we had to play these records like the kids are today. We didn't have the playlist, you know, we didn't have the top 100, you know, list to go by. I told someone recently, I said, those top 100 lists that you're going and downloading, we made the DJs from that time. We made those lists, you know. So you should, again, you feel I'm owed something. Yeah, we're owed something. You know, we're owed a little bit more respect than people just saying, you know, oh, you're old and bitter and you're mad and complaining all the time. No, we did that for y'all.
Yeah.
You know,
and you get a little slack for that sometimes. You know.
Yeah, without a doubt. I don't bite my tongue.
Yeah.
You know, for a lot of things.
Now I will say, like, there was a period of time, and I don't know if it's okay for us to talk about it. I know we've talked about it before, but you there was a timeout for you for a period of time. You went up the road for a
5-year timeout.
A 5-year timeout. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it was due to some nightlife shit. You know,
most definitely. Yeah.
So you kind of pay the price for some of that, right?
Without a doubt. And Solo rode with me to the courthouse that day.
Man, I never forget that day.
I had the Acura, the TL. I was telling Eric before I had to change of clothes in the back. The day that I got sentenced, the day I got sentenced, I was supposed to film a TV commercial for a dealership. I had a change of clothes in the trunk. I thought I was walking out that courtroom.
Yep.
You know, the Solo was with me.
That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, bro, that was wild. That was a wild, yeah.
And a TV commercial like that. I mean, you gotta think this is how much impact it was having.
Nah, this is major.
Yeah.
This was major. Well, I already knew he was taking off. I already knew.
Yeah, I mean, there's
And he
no.
was like, oh, it's nothing.
I sit back and think to myself. Me and E talked about this earlier. Like, what would have transpired if I didn't go away? Like the way Masquerade was going. I mean, Sway came through there. Sway was in town for something. Lynx brought Sway there, and I could just see it in Sway's eyes. He's like, I'm in Tampa, Florida, and this is happening. You know, Buckshot is a avid Minnesota Vikings fan. He goes to every Minnesota Viking game. He came to the one that was in Tampa, rolled through there one night, and you could just see that they were just, wow, this is crazy in Tampa. I'm hearing, seeing the response. I think that's really what it was. Not the fact that the music I was playing, the size of the venue, how many people, it was the response.
Yeah.
They were slam dancing, and it was just wild. It was just a crazy scene out there. So, I mean, what if, I can say that all day. What if I didn't go away? What could have happened? I can say this, several people benefited from it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think that they've really kind of showed that in return. They haven't showed back, it's kind of a lot of manipulation. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. So you feel like some of that hasn't been reciprocated back,
Yeah. So it's and it's not that
You think it's a Tampa thing? You think that's just it's just a human thing that just people just moved on, they didn't really give credit or didn't give it back or just felt like, hey, we're just moving forward with
I don't think it's a personal thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like we were discussing, things change, people come and go. So a lot, exactly, a lot of the people who used to come to Masquerade grew up. They don't go out. They're not out there. They don't see. They don't hear the stories. Those people ain't online. Telling the stories. But there are several people out here that, that were there, that have kind of, that know what was taking place, and they benefited from it.
Yeah. So here we are today, right? And I know last decade you've been kind of killing on a few nights that have gone on throughout the city. Right now you're also at Orbit 19 on a regular basis.
Yep, I've been at Orbit 19 for 14 years this year.
Yeah.
So that's I don't go into a gig to just kind of I've never had that attitude. I go into a gig wanting to be there, and so it's just always been that way, and I look at it like this too. I've never fallen off. I hate to say, not in a cocky sense, but for DJing 40 years, a lot of DJs kind of do this. They go up, they go down, they get back into it. Then the business kind of steers them away. Then they go this way. I've constantly tried to elevate. I mean, every year I try to, I've accepted technology for what it is. I use Serato to its fullest capability. I had to learn that when I came home from my bid.
Yeah, hold on. Before you go on with that, because I do want to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Los, check this out. Homie came out, right? He went in, and it was vinyls, right?
Right.
He came out, and it was Serato.
And by the way, it's plural, vinyl, no S.
So vinyl. So he goes from vinyl to Serato. And learn
It's a big
Serato.
difference.
A huge difference.
Huge difference.
And not only did he learn it, but he had down south clubs bumping because he learned the music within record time, like nothing.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, shout out to you, Fader. You know what I mean? I'm now being knowledgeable at all this shit. You know what I mean? Now, fuck, somebody say something about Fader and I'm punching them in their fucking mouth.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
You know what I mean?
That's what a lot of my friends, you know, in the past would do. You know, so you know, it's nothing new there. I appreciate that.
But it's like, yo, that what you brought to it, the authenticity, you know what I mean? The realness, the rawness of it, you know what I mean? Like, I always, you know what I mean? I'm familiar with a lot of people, you know what I mean? Little time shared, all that stuff, you know what I mean? So for you to be able to adapt to it, and I really feel like a lot of people, when they take their little vacation, they lose themselves in it. Mm-hmm. They start reevaluating everything. Like, yo, do I really want to continue this family? But for you to jump out and jump right back into it, learn the new game, and kill it, bro, hat off to you.
Well,
bro,
I mean, at the end of the day, this, you know, it's not to brag about. It's all I know. You know what I mean? Sadly, it's all I know. I didn't really excel in school. I was kind of like pushed through school. I would do graffiti on the desks. So they would, you know, they giving me C's and B's, you know, high D's, just get me out of school. I really didn't excel. The only thing I've been good at or known my whole life is DJing. So when I jumped, it was just, at first, I mean, I remember being in there and being like, man, I ain't fucking with that Serato stuff, man. I'm coming home. I'm gonna still play records, man. I don't know what they're talking about, but I kept, you know, getting magazines. People were sending me magazines and whatnot. I'm reading about it. I came home, got me a little Dell computer. Fuck the PCs, by the way.
Don't get mad.
I know I'm in a room of PC guys, but I had a Dell for a while, and you know, the Dell wasn't really cutting it. So, you know, as Serato was getting better, you know, I bumped up to a MacBook, the great book of all, and you know, and I just kind of, you know, it was definitely a learning curve, but it was a learning curve that I had to do. I mean, I sat there and ripped all my records. I started from one crate and just started ripping all my records. Now I'm replacing all those records with, you know, much better quality versions and whatnot. I'm doing that on a regular basis. But yeah, there's DJs who were using Serato the entire time I was gone who still haven't figured out. I mean, till this day, they still don't know the ins and outs of it, you know, and I've just kind of mastered it, you know. It's just, and like Eric said, you know, when I came home, you know, it wasn't, just want to touch on this too. It wasn't that I only liked the up north, East Coast, you know, style of hip hop.
Nah, don't bend, nigga.
Yeah,
but
solo.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna kind of give you a little another because everyone always says, you know, that the up north always hated on the down south music. Well,
this guy right here.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Now, I never heard that. I never experienced that at all. I'm not standing up for up north people like myself and a few other people. I'm from Connecticut, but I pretty much was raised here. I mean, let's face it. I've been to Tampa since I was in the Tampa area since I was 13. I came over to Spring Hill at 12. I was in and out of a hospital because I got run over as a kid. By 16, I was outside, like just doing what I'm doing. And when I was going to high school and I was listening to these BLS tapes and whatnot, you know, at Springstead, we had a lot of people from Brooksville that came to Springstead because, you know, they were getting bussed over there. And a lot of the people from Brooksville, you know, they were more into the down south hip hop. They were into Jam Pony and things like that. And like the bass music. And they would always tell me, man, F that New York shit. That shit's too slow. We don't like that New York music. It's too slow. Well, look at the times. Okay. So we went from bass booty shaking music, which I love bass music too. I like all music, man. Don't get me wrong. But bass music, which was fast and up tempo, and then, you know, they had to slow down. You know, Tampa kind of originated the slow down. I'm gonna say it. Tampa originated the slow down mixtapes. But all the kids from down south hated on all the New York music. They really did in high school.
Niggas that don't even got speed time.
You know, and it was because they said it was slow, but now you listen to most of the down south music and if you know anything about BPMs, it's slow. It's it's double time. It's all 70 beats or slower. Right. And so when I came home, it was the ability to be able to have all those. I remember being locked up during the T.I. run. I was locked up during the Jeezy run. I was locked up during the Dipset run, the G Unit run from 04 to 09 was when I was away. So a lot of that 04, like right when I went away, T.I., Jeezy, all those acts started popping. So when I came home and I got Serato and I was able to have access through record pools and some other people who sent me some MP3s and stuff. Like you said, I jumped out and hooked up with Santana over at Pickle Parrot, and I'm rocking Plies and Jeezy and Gucci Man and all these records, and it gave me, even though it wasn't the music people know me for playing, I can DJ any music you put in front of me. So you got these DJs now where they get known for doing their niche. That's their niche, and they stay in that niche. And they claim to be the best DJs around, but I can do everything you're doing plus what I like to play, but you can't even fuck with me on the hip hop stuff. You know what I mean? So, it's just, going back, I always liked all the music, man. I like bass music. There's a level to the down south stuff that I don't like. I mean, I'm not a fan of too much of it, but there's, I do like some of the older stuff. I learned to like Plies. When I was locked up, I did not see anything about him that I liked. I was like, what, y'all like this, And then I started listening to him, and I'm like, he's witty with it. Well, I like artists that are witty. 2 Chainz, another example. Like, he's just witty. It's not that he's saying the most, New York type rhymes and lyrics. It's not that boom bap type beats, but when I listen to him, he's witty with it. He's creative. He's not just like Solo's doing over there. He's not mumbling.
Yeah, like Solo doing.
Solo and Loso always have this debate back and forth.
But some could say that DJs like me who had success playing New York hip hop in Tampa kind of helped the South slow their music down.
That's an interesting
And I'm not
take.
just saying me, I'm just saying in general, the popularity of that kind of hip hop out, it got more what's the word I'm looking for? Like more universal play.
Yeah.
So it was becoming more regular for people to, bass music. I wish they still did that new Dub Baby, not The Baby, the Dub Baby. He has a song on his most recent album that's like a bass song. It's just, it sounds like a Miami bass song that was made, 30, 40 years ago. Yeah. And it's fire. I wish the South would still make some music like that, to be honest with you.
I feel like everything's blended lately. Yeah. I feel like all those regions have blended their styles.
Yeah.
And everybody's borrowed from each other. It's kind of hard to tell where stuff is from now.
Yeah. Yeah, because everyone's trying to do whatever's working. So this guy's got a sound that's working, we're going to do that. It's just, there's not much originality, man. Honestly, I really don't keep up with too much hip hop these days. I do. I'll check it out, but it's one play and done for most of it. the De La Soul album has been the only album that's been on repeat for a long time. J. Cole got one spin and it was done.
Damn, no love for J. Cole.
Love for J. Cole, man.
Damn.
Don't get me wrong. J. Cole can rap.
Yeah.
He can rap when he raps.
Yeah.
But when I put on your album and these songs are starting with this acoustic guitar and you're singing and it just like the beats are just mid, like Arrested Development type beats. Somebody tried to say J. Cole needs to stop rhyming over Tribe Called Quest beats. That's such a disrespect to Tribe Called Quest because his beats do not sound like Tribe Called Quest. It's like mid. I don't know. I just can't get into it, man. But when he raps over, when he like the mixtape stuff he did, that was fire. Yeah. I was kind of criticizing it a little harder than everyone else because everyone else is, so quick to be a stan. These days they don't really, but he can rap. But compared to who Who else? You know, who are we comparing him to these days? If you take J. Cole and Kendrick, I like Kendrick too, and I like J. Cole. I'm not dissing them, but you put them out during J. Big Nas's run. Put them out during that time. You would not hear nothing about J. Cole or Kendrick these days. That's my personal opinion. You wouldn't hear about them. They would be the Mr. Cheeks and the somebody like those on that level. Not dissing them, but they would be the C and D list rappers if they came out during that time.
Sheesh, that's harsh, Fader.
Is it too harsh?
That's harsh.
Sorry,
I can't say that you're wrong, but I don't know. I have a different opinion, just maybe because I like J. Cole and Kendrick, but we are about.
I do like them.
But
what are you comparing them to these days?
Well,
there are some great rappers out there, but they're not getting the national that exposure. See, they've got big budgets, they've got big labels behind them, so we think that Kendrick and Cole are the biggest thing popping, but there are much better MCs out there.
If we're talking about better MCs, there's definitely better MCs, even to today's
So
MCs.
you go back to the Jay and Nas era, a lot more MCs the labels were pushing. So you had a lot more MCs in the business. So you're comparing Jay and Nas and them. They had to step it up to keep up with a lot of really dope MCs that had a big budget push.
Yeah, these guys just have to be next to R&B artists. So
that's all. And it's a the look. There's a lot more to it. The marketing and everything like that. You didn't have that, so much back then. It was the culture. You was in for the culture. It wasn't about the battles.
Damn, son. Y'all got anything else?
Someone's gonna hate me for that.
No.
Nah, man.
There's no hate.
Nah, man. Just I'm telling you, they're not gonna invite you to Can You Dig It. So
you should come to Can You Dig It. You should.
These niggas right here.
Eric's invited me to it. Yeah.
Nah, they don't want to take it. You ain't coming back. They don't let me back. They don't let me back because I got honest with them.
Hater. You're a
They
fucking
niggas don't
hater.
let me back. I got honest with them. They ain't let me back. Fader.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Sadly, yeah, and that's a thing too, man.
They told me, it was like, I think
you can't give honest criticism no more, man. You can't give honest criticism no more. Most artists just
I think you can. I mean, we have and artists have taken it well. We've
Solo's not honest.
You got you freckle, bro.
Solo's problem. Solo's problem is that Solo, if it doesn't say what he wants it to say, or if he don't like the message, immediately they're disqualified. And if you like them, then what's wrong with you?
That's a no Illuminati comment, son.
That's not Illuminati.
Nah,
If it don't come on, if it don't come on and be like, yo, it's New York, son, he don't like it.
He's such a liar, bro.
Yeah. But see, I mean, that's one thing I think as a DJ too is you learn to know that there's a record for everybody. So I may not like your record. I may say I could look at you and say, look, I don't like your record, but I can hear why people will like it. And then there's music that you just hear and be like, no, this is not it, and you need to go back to the drawing board.
They haven't done that once yet.
Yeah, Solo. Yeah, Solo.
Yeah, they haven't done that. Almost a year, they haven't done that once yet.
Listen, we have had some honest criticism for artists, and they've actually taken them pretty well. Solo just mad because I like other stuff other than
sore, bro. He getting soft on us, Fader.
Why ain't you putting out music anymore, Solo? Let me ask you that. Because I mean, I've got some solo gems in my Serato. Those old joints that which ones. I got some gems.
Them kids took over, son.
Yeah, I feel
These
you,
damn
man.
kids in the house, son.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But we've had and most of the time that we've given feedback to artists, and sometimes there has been some harsh pushback from the people here, and the artists have actually taken it pretty well. We've had a few artists that actually came back and then submitted something different, and then they kept trying.
Nigga lying. This nigga is he gotta put a disclaimer before he say that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're just gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, the blicks on me, and then niggas ain't gonna say how they feel. You know what I'm saying?
The blick right here.
And then you got his brother and then you got his brother on the other side. There's plenty of blicks in this house. And niggas scared niggas, B. Scared niggas.
Stupid.
Crazy, bro.
I can't with Solo. You see what I deal with, bro?
I know.
I can't, bro. I can't.
Oh shit. So anyway, Masquerade reunion, bro. So it's coming up. So all that to say this is that you know, at the end of the day, you've contributed a lot of stuff to this city. Some people don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They need to know.
And you know, sometimes, like I told you before, I don't think it's a malicious thing with people. I think sometimes people just forget. And you know, like I told you before, Solo, will resonate with you. But we started Head Knocker. We were what, 2009, 2010. That's 16, 17 years ago.
Yeah,
it's almost 2 decades.
Yo, Annex, what's up with the documentary, Annex?
Right. So there's been a lot of people that have phased in and phased out. Right. There's a lot of different generations of artists. Every year there's new artists coming in, new people coming into the scene and phasing out of the scene. And I just think sometimes they just need a reminder, bro.
Well, yeah, out of sight, out of mind. You know, I get all that, and you know, I've been out there. I mean, you know, Old Dirty Sundays, for example, doing different things, and you know, I feel like you said, it's not malicious, it's not, you know, done on purpose, but the history is just not, it's not being, you know, given out the way it should be. And I mean, and it ain't just what Masquerade accomplished, but you know, I mean, I threw a open mic night at Masquerade on an off night on a Wednesday night, where I basically went in on a Wednesday night, put up a little makeshift stage, propped up a mic up there, and just played instrumentals on it.
Yeah,
and would just let people come in there and rap and rock. And you know, I love H to death, but most people in the city will look at H and go, he's the first one to, you know, give an opportunity to artists and have these open mics and have all that. You weren't here. You don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know about Blue Chair Records, which sits on the corner of where the what's the wing place in Ybor? Buffalo Wild Wings.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Chair Records used to be in there. Shout out to Edwin. I mean, me and Tara would be in there DJing on a random night, you know, just playing music, and people would just walk in and we just let them rap. You know, we used to do these kind of things. You know, I started doing a DMC battle. I was the first DJ to bring DMC, like DJ competition type stuff, to the city. I threw a first B-boy event in Tampa Bay, Battle Cry. You know, I've done all these things leading up to today, where you go, you know, shout out to Skill Methods, one of the guys from Skill Methods, Noel. He was like, yo, that's where we met, was at Masquerade. Like that's where our foundation was that time, you know, during those times. And people don't know this. They look at one person, and you know, it's like they look at one person in particular as, you know, who spawned all this stuff.
Yeah, but it really wasn't that. Like during that time, we had you doing what you were doing. You had Skill Methods, or it was around during that time. Mad Links was on the radio at that time.
You have three. I'm gonna say it like this. It's a three-headed monster. All right. You had Mad Links, who was on the radio, right, and he was doing his thing on the radio, but he was never really the nightlife guy. He wasn't in the clubs. He wasn't really rocking the party like that. Sandman, who was on BUL, and then he got some funds and started throwing some shows. And then you had me, that was in the nightlife, spearheading what would become like creating, you know, that need for hip hop in the clubs back then. Yeah. So, you know, that's the way I kind of look at it. And not to cut out others, you know, other people, but that's kind of the way I looked at it. It was like, okay, Lynx is over here doing a radio thing. Sandman has the BOL thing, and he throws these shows, but he didn't have that personality, that kind of like that edge in the clubs, again, because he wasn't really outside like that. Like I was outside. Like the way they say today, we're outside, I was outside. Every Friday or Saturday night, I was up and down that avenue, just, you know, with mad people. You know what I mean? And it was just the energy back then was way different, you know? And so, but people don't know that history. They look at, like you said, they're out of sight, out of mind. A lot of people, the crowds have changed. People have come to the city that, after I went away that don't know about that, and then people are away. So I don't think it's malicious that people don't know the real history, but hopefully this party, people will see some, a lot of old heads will come out and people will see some people like that, and it'll spark those stories, and some of those old heads will share that information with some of the newer people that are coming to the party. Because that's at the end of the day, that's kind of what I want to see. Is I want to see some of the newer people who know me from, let's say, Old Dirty Sundays and forward, mingling with the people who were here back then, and them hearing the stories from Masquerade, and just hearing about my role. Because I'm too humble to keep having to say it by myself. You know what I mean? I don't want to be the one who has to keep telling the story over and over again, because it sounds like I'm just, patting myself on the back all the time. I need that support from the people who are here to tell these stories, so that it sinks in and it validates what I'm saying.
Well, Solo said it. Annex needs to do a documentary.
Hey, Lucas Vision, get the doc. What's up with the doc, B?
Oh man, so we got the Masquerade reunion, February 27th at Velvet Gypsy. That's over there in Seminole Heights?
Yep, Seminole Heights.
What time?
So doors are at 9. I am gonna be inside. I know a lot of people that have, thrown parties there before, have done stuff from the outside, like the, little outside chill area, but too much problems with the sound and noise ordinances and stuff. Yep. So I'm gonna be inside. Doors are gonna be at 9. Hopefully, you get there early. 'Cause the response I'm seeing, if I, knock on wood and all that good stuff, by 10:30, I'm looking at, we might be, at capacity. That's, the place, she told me it holds 150 people. They can go a little bit more than that. So we'll see.
All right. All right. Who's this Scotty Freco of the week you got, Solo?
The Scotty Freco trying to take advantage of a young girl in the congregation.
Oh, wow.
Slick Rick, whatever. Actually, this is a girl confronting the pastor that put the hands on her back in the day, and he's still on the altar. So she called him out during church service.
Wow, that's
she was
crazy.
only 4. She was only 16.
Oh, that's wild. All right.
Yeah.
Well, before I go that direction,
yeah, it's a quick one.
It's a quick one. All right, let's do it. This is basically, we do a Scotty Freco of the month. Okay, or basically is what do we say it was? How do you translate Scotty Freco into English?
Ignorant ass person, bro. Slick.
Ignorant ass motherfucker.
It's like somebody plays in your face, basically. Slick. Right? So
they owe you money.
Anything to get their advantage. Anything to get their advantage, to have them up. They'll do anything.
Yeah. Something like that. So this is Solo Scotty Freco of the week. Let's do it. What's going on here?
I was 16 when you took my virginity. On your office floor.
Dang, brother, that's wow, brother, good golly.
Do you remember that? You did things to my teenage body that had never and should have never been done.
That's fucked, man.
Do it. That's all we need to know. Yes, we did.
You told them she was 14 years old.
These edits are stupid.
No, it's 16.
Sorry, 16.
16 years old, okay? And it was wrong. I can't say it. I can't make it right. I can't make it any better.
Police would eventually investigate, but because of the statute of limitations, no charges were filed.
You see this? Not even all the science in the world could fix an abomination as bad as whatever this is supposed to be. Some things just shouldn't exist.
Oh, damn, Solo. Ouch. That was crazy. That was a hard turn.
We wilding out here, son.
So he got off?
Now, what the
He got
craziest
off because of
thing...
the statute of limitation.
Yo, what's crazier about that story is, I don't know if y'all caught it at the end of that video. Now I seen that. They all started praying for the fucking pastor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what the hell? That's crazy.
Somebody should have beat his ass.
You know what another Cari Freco you gotta do is the Todd McNutt guy. Have you heard about that guy?
Yeah, he next.
His last name is Wild Work. McNutt.
It's not just that, bro. It's wild work. That all them videos is wild work, bro.
No, all of them.
All the videos is wild work, bro. The more the person puts an interview and they holler to God be the glory or thank you, G. Come on, son. I got one video I'm gonna do next week. I got one video. This dude literally takes his son to go meet an underage girl, whatever, gets caught, and now he's in the interrogating room like, all right, Jesus, you got to get me out of this one. You know how we do. All right. And I'm like, bro, is this for real right now? Wow. He throwing up a prayer to get up out of this, son. And I'm like, oh, all right.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
wild.
There's a few of them that got on deck, son.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, you got anything else for us, guys?
Oh, we good, son.
Y'all good? Y'all good? All right.
Good.
Fader, man, I appreciate you coming on with us, bro.
Y'all, man. Yes,
Giving us
sir.
some Tampa
Appreciate
hip hop
you.
history over here.
Yeah,
Taking me back, bro.
Every time's a good time, and I think what's important also is it's not just history that you represent. Like, you're here now doing stuff. You got an event over here, 27th, and then you got the events that you've been doing.
Yeah, man.
All the time. So
and hopefully that open up doors for other joints. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of I'm hoping that's what it does, man. Hoping somebody takes notice and says, hey, man, because not to go back again, but I haven't had, when you think about it, since I came home, I haven't had my own gig in Tampa. I mean, I was at Old Dirty Sundays, but it wasn't my gig. I couldn't really call, it was Casper's thing, and I respected that by not crossing the line and saying, hey, I need this or I need that. So, yeah, I got to be me at Old Dirty Sundays, but you didn't really get to hear me that often. So, and then the gigs I have had in Tampa have been hand-me-downs, like Soho Saloon. I got Soho Saloon because I filled in for somebody one time. They had me come down there, but I wasn't able to be Fader there. I was playing the top four. I was playing the music that you would expect to hear in Soho. I haven't, since I came home in 2009, for someone who played such a pivotal role in hip-hop music in Tampa, in nightlife in general. Because I say this, I changed the landscape of nightlife in Tampa. I changed the landscape and musically, like, all the way. And I haven't had an offer or a gig in Tampa, Florida, that I can be me since I've come home. So that's just something that's been sitting with me for a while. So I'm hoping that maybe the interest that people are showing in this party, some of the newer people that are out here nowadays will say, hey, let's get this guy in here. And, maybe I can get myself a weekly out here or a monthly. Me personally, I'd like to do a monthly. I don't think doing like a weekly these days is really where it's at. I think people just get burnt out too quick.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. When we do events, we prefer that monthly, quarterly, like that. Every once in a while.
I've got a good idea. Hopefully, if all this goes well with Velvet, I've got a good idea for something to do there monthly. I got a name. I'm not going to expose any of that stuff yet, but I got a really cool name, an image, everything. Bobby kind of already, created an image. We kind of spoke about it and said, hey, she likes what she sees and wants to do something. I might do a monthly there. But I think there needs to be other things opening up that give me a little bit better position, to do more things in the city. And we'll see, man. I mean, I'm hoping that that's what this party does.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Shout out DJ Fader in the building. A few more air horns for him. Shout out to So, yo, Los, we gotta get you fixed up, bro, over there with a good mic and stuff and some buttons over there, bro. We got you, bro. We gotta get you some good buttons over there.
Look at
Gotta get one of those little, like, portable air horns. Just
Yeah, the manual ones.
The manual air horns.
Crazy.
Shout out our sponsor, Channelcast. If you want to go live, do pay-per-views, even have a website, you can get channelcast.com over here. And Solo, what is this last what is this last video we got? The Saga, 4 a.m. Uber.
Oh, the Saga. Saga is he's Loso's battle rap partner.
Okay.
Kid from New York, young kid doing his thing. He does music too. This is one of his dope records, 4 a.m. in the Uber. You know what I'm saying? Not much rapping going on there, but it's heartfelt. It's pretty dope.
Okay.
I like
okay.
the
I dig it. All right, and then we got the Can You Dig It live music review coming up on the 27th as well. So if you're online and home and not at the Masquerade reunion, you know, you could tap in, all that jazz.
At the Cap You Dig It. I mean, Can You Dig It?
Can you dig it? You know what, Solo?
Cap You Dig It. I mean,
you see this? You see this, Los?
Yo, cut him off right now. Blur his screen out. Blur his screen out right now.
I'm going to turn them off. I'm going to delete them, boot them out the chat. But we got the Can You Dig It? We also have the comedy tours coming up. So, Los, we got those, March and April?
We got March 16th, 19th. We're going to be all through Florida, at the beginning of April. And, basically March through April.
March through April.
2 months of work,
Then we got the Frankie Cutlass on April 25th. And we do have a major announcement coming up. We're in the plannings of it, but we'll announce that probably in the next few weeks. So that'll be fun. And that's it. I appreciate y'all. Share, like, subscribe. Make sure you go to the website. Let everybody know. And definitely go follow DJ Fader on Instagram at DJ Fader.
Yes, sir.
And spell it exactly how it sounds. All right. Peace.
Love.
Hey, buddy. Soccer, right?
Yeah, soccer.
How's your day so far?
It's all right, I guess.
Okay, man. Well, we're on our way, man. Let's go.
Running through my city and I pray to God that he sends blessings in my life a little sooner. Only thing that's going right is this driver at the light with this 4 a.m. ride in a Uber. They don't understand what I'm going through. Feel like my heart has been broken too. Only time we get to talk's when I'm cruising through. All these street lights hit the window pane. It's been a while since I've been okay. I barely smile, but I don't complain. Please hear me out when I feel insane. I feel insane, oh yeah. I've been trying to skirt on my demons. I've been feeling hurt in this season. I just need someone to believe in. Give me a reason, oh yeah. You can take the long way home, cause this the only time that I'm in my zone. I just need a Addy to the throne. Pull the window down and I'm gone, oh yeah. 4 a.m. rides in the sober. Running through my city and I pray to God that he sends blessings in my life a little sooner. Only thing that's going right is this driver at the light with this 4 a.m. ride in a Uber. They don't understand what I'm going through. Feel like my heart has been broken too. Only time we get to talk's when I'm cruising through. I just lost my uncle in the quarantine. It's getting harder just to ignore the dreams. I just gotta get these pieces to God so that he can restore the seams. I need a love that is more serene. I've been on the edge. All these stars getting in my head. Jesus trying to talk me off the ledge. Feeling like I'm better off dead. There's nothing left. You can take the long way home, cause this the only time that I'm in my zone. I just need to add you to the throne. Put the window down and I'm gone, oh yeah. 4 a.m. rides in the sober. Running through my city and I pray to God that he sends blessings in my life a little sooner.